What's up? It's D Hill.
It's sci-fi.
It's the Little John.
And you're listening to No Holding Back. Welcome back. No Holding Back. Shooting the podcast again. Today we have special guest Moné.
Hey y'all.
Welcome.
Hey everybody.
Nice for you to join us on this episode. Today we're gonna talk about something a little interesting. We're gonna talk about jobs. You know, we just got off of Labor Day, and anybody have a good Labor Day? I have a good Labor Day.
It's good, man. I got some time to spend with family, and yeah, man, it was a good break from work for sure.
Yeah, honestly, I just chilled in the house and watched movies.
Hey, it's always nice to get that break. You know,
Yeah.
That 3-day weekend. That
Need
3-day
that.
weekend was nice. Could have took another one, but hey. So we're gonna talk about jobs, our favorite jobs, your worst jobs, problems in the workforce. What for the kids to expect when they're looking for a job? What kind of job should they look for? My first job was I was in high school, and I started working at Texas Roadhouse. I was a busboy. Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. We talking about we only getting $2.13 plus tips.
But you got them rolls though, man.
I was about to say them rolls.
Yeah,
busting,
the
man.
rolls was good. I always took home a box after work. I always took home a box of rolls, man. Yeah, but that was my first job. Crazy thing is how I got it. Went in, got denied by Chick-fil-A, got denied by Ingles. Just knew I was gonna get denied by this one, but my cousin worked there, so she went in. I said, "Look, I'm looking for a job." She got the manager. He sat down with me. He said, "Why you want the job?" I said, "Oh, my cousin work here." He looked at me and said, "You hired?" I was like, "For real?"
Okay, was that easy?
Yeah. So that's literally how I got my first job at Texas
Wow.
Roadhouse. Shout out to Rob Daniels. Appreciate you.
Was he the manager?
He was. He the one that said I can. Crazy. They messed up though when they had me and my other two cousins there, Tiana and Tia, bro.
I know y'all were cutting up.
Man, don't let us do nothing crazy. It was always, we're going to tell grandma. We're going to tell grandma. That was my first job. It wasn't bad. Learned how to grind, so it was all good.
So how long did you keep that job?
Almost a year. Almost
Okay.
a year. I found something else after a year, but it was a good starting job. Not
Feel
bad.
that.
What was your first job, Moné?
My first job was Six Flags of
Okay.
America. I worked in the culinary department. It was like 15. Yeah, like that was my first time ever realizing like the amount and the importance of savings and like importance of money and prioritizing your money. And when I say for my first little job, I thought I was doing something. I
Yeah.
really thought
Oh,
I
yeah.
was out here balling
Yes.
until my dad was like, "Oh, since you think you balling, pay your own phone bill." I was like, "Oh, I ain't got it like that. I ain't got it like that." But yeah, I like my job honestly because the way it was set up, like they pretty much had us working like, especially with me being 15, I couldn't work over a certain amount of hours. So I would work like 4 hours, and the rest of the time I would be walking throughout the park. I could get on all the rides for free.
Wow.
I can get all the food for free that I want. And then the only thing is you got to make sure you bring like extra clothes because you can't walk around in your uniform.
Mm.
So I used to be out there the whole summer with my friends. I'd be like, meet up with me after I get off work, girl. We about to go get on the ride.
And my first job was Bilo. Man, I worked at Bilo for 5 years, y'all. Since I was 15 years old, worked at Bilo, pushing carts in the produce department and the meat department. I mean, I wore all the hats.
All the hats.
The meat department, yes.
You wasn't a supervisor after 5
No,
years? That's
no.
crazy.
Wow.
No, it's not.
That's disrespectful.
It was
For real.
disrespectful, but I mean,
At least you got that experience, though.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It was a great experience.
Was that before or after self cashier, self register?
Well, I mean, that was before.
Self checkout.
Self checkout. Yeah, exactly. That was before. But Yep.
That's when they actually had cashiers.
Exactly.
They don't have them no more.
Not at all. That's crazy.
What was
That's
y'all?
another
Y'all
topic.
ever had a worst job?
Yes.
Oh man, I see the look on your face. Go ahead. We're gonna start with you.
My worst job had to be my last job that I had
What was that?
recently. Well, I wouldn't say this was the worst. I was a nanny.
Nanny McPhee.
Yes, it was given Nanny McPhee.
Okay.
Taking care of somebody's kids, okay?
Got you.
And
You don't love the kids.
I love the kids. That shit is all for the kids. Monet is all for the kids.
Okay.
But the little boy that I was taking care of, when I say he used to run me raggedy, like raggedy, okay? This man would have me, and he's 3.
Okay.
And he's like little munchkin, somebody that looked like you can kick over real quick. Not to kick on kids,
Hold
but
up
still.
now. Hold up. I got a little munchkins.
Hey, we do not approve of this message.
Listen, no kids are harmed, okay? But he was so bad. This boy used to throw tantrums and scream for like 2 hours because I told him he can't have no candy. I would tell him, you have to eat food, and he would not eat. Like, his mom told me that he doesn't eat meat.
Wow.
He doesn't eat vegetables. Like, he eats macaroni and cheese all day, every day, and yogurt. And I'm like, that's not healthy for him as a 3-year-old. So I was just stressed because I was like, I was really thinking about him and not really the job per se. But I was just mad the whole time I was there because I was like, y'all don't enforce anything. Y'all don't make him listen to me. Like, he's just running all over me. He told me he was going to pop me one day. Yes.
It sounds like wife swap or something like that. You know what I'm talking about?
And the crazy part is, you would think that, no offense, no racism or nothing, it would be a white family, but they were black. And I was like, if you don't pop
you had
him,
to pull out a belt or something.
right? If you don't pop him or something, he told me no and yelling at me, and I was like, oh no, you got to get your son before I hit him, because now I don't hit people's kids,
spank,
but
not hit.
Yeah, I don't hit people's kids, I don't spank people's kids, but if your child puts their hands on me, I'm gonna spank your child. I'm sorry.
Well, y'all about the same side. All right.
You can't talk about nobody, okay? We're not gonna get on that topic. Anywho,
I'm just saying, I looked at Saint the other day. I was like, boy, you almost tall as me already, bro. You only 2. But I'm pretty sure.
We can't pass that. We can't.
Nah, we got past that. Because I had to look at it. I looked at it twice, like, bro, for real.
oh God, it's okay.
But the money had to be good though, right?
It was decent. I mean, I was making about $14 an hour. So, and it wasn't strenuous. I really didn't do anything for real. I was just sitting there watching TV with him, or I would give him little worksheets to do. I didn't really have a lot for him to do because they didn't want me to take him anywhere. Like, I asked them, I gave them a whole schedule. It was like, I want to take him on field trips and take him to...
Wait, you did say this was the worst job.
Yes.
Field trips?
Yes. This was the worst job because of the people, but not the actual job itself.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Pretty chill.
Like, any other job that I worked as being a nanny, it was always chill. Like, I didn't really have to do anything, and I got paid pretty decent to just watch kids. But this particular family, I was like, that had to be my worst job that I've had thus far. Because when I say that little boy smacked me and I was about to go to jail, I was like, yeah, somebody get their kids, please.
Well, I don't know if I fall into the worst category. I just say that I've quit a job within 3 days before.
You worked at Amazon, right?
Define worked.
Well, what was your position? What were you doing at this?
I mean, I had applied for the driver position. I just never got in the van.
Okay.
I mean, I went to the training and everything. But them 10 hours, I had to think. They gave me the weekend to think about it, and I was like, yeah, this ain't for me.
I feel that.
Went in, picked up my training check, and left.
You
So,
just made you a quick couple bucks. That's cool.
Didn't even have to deliver no package.
Exactly. I feel it. Didn't even have to do your job that you were supposed to be hired for.
Right. The one that I actually applied for.
Yeah, I feel that.
But I mean, I wouldn't say that was the worst.
Okay.
Because I never started. So we'll say, man, I also did UPS like that. Oh, the fastest time I quit a job was at Walmart. You know, I worked there. Not Walmart pharmacy, but I was working in the sports department, and I got through the first day of orientation. The second day, he came in. He said, "You finished your work? Let me know." All right, cool. I finished my work on the computer. I went looking for the manager. I ain't seen him. Meanwhile, I'm in the sports department. This woman like, "Hey, my son wants to look at this gun." Bro, it was so many laws. I was scared. I was like, so I went to somebody that worked there. I said, "Hey, he want to look at this gun." Man gave me 1,000 keys and said, "Yeah, sure." Bro, I don't even know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. So then I was like, all right, cool. I'm trying to figure this out. Figured it out. You know, they got them little safety locks on there.
Yeah.
I couldn't put it back on. So I just left it open, bro.
Wow.
I couldn't put that back on. And then I went looking for the manager that told me to come see him when I finished. They said he had went home. So what I did was took my lunch break, came back, told him I quit.
Wow.
Told him I quit. I said this is definitely unprofessional. I've done my job. Nobody's here to train me. Nobody's here like they said they were going to be. So that was my fastest way of quitting a job, pretty much. 2 days.
Yeah.
I mean, moral of the story, kids, know your worth.
Yeah.
And know what you want.
Don't settle for a job that you definitely aren't happy in.
Exactly.
That is true. That is true.
Exactly.
Please don't.
And not all jobs require. I mean, I wouldn't say do all the jobs for the money. You know, my job is definitely not about the money.
Yeah.
Because teaching don't make. All right. So, dream jobs. You got a dream job?
Man.
I got a few up.
Oh, dream job would be anything that involves a lot of travel to an island, to the mountains, and anything that involves that, and just sitting back and relaxing. I know there's jobs like that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they call it work from home jobs.
Not work from home jobs. That's your home.
You know?
You could really be anywhere and work. They don't know.
They don't.
Yeah.
Get you a green screen, you good.
Nah, I mean, I really can't think of like a specific job I would consider a dream job.
I feel that.
You have a dream job?
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, man, that's awesome.
I'm doing it right now. I'm talking about the podcast, not teaching.
Not your actual job.
The music has definitely been a dream job ever since young age. So I definitely see myself doing music in the future. That's my dream job. Just wake up and do music all day long. That's it.
But what did you want to be when you were a kid though? You know, they have career day at school.
Wanted to be chef.
A chef.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like Ratatouille.
Yeah.
I was thinking Chef Boyardee, but
yeah, I'm both of them.
Okay.
Like, I mean, in high school, I did take classes to be in culinary. I was supposed to go to college for culinary, but I ended up going to the military instead. And I was like, yeah. I also forgot the military was one of my worst jobs too, but I definitely, and I still think I want to do it, honestly. I feel like I could.
It's not too late.
It's not.
It's definitely not too late.
Yeah, I mean, what did you want to be growing up?
Man, honestly, I think it was athlete.
Really?
I think it was.
I think every African American male goes through that at some point in their life.
I want to be in the NFL.
Yeah, NFL, NBA,
basketball game.
And
Point guard, shooting guard.
then, Madden and 2K got it to where you can actually create yourself now.
Yeah.
So it's like, man, you living it up. I think it was to be an athlete, a pro athlete. Yeah. But then, as time went on, I wasn't getting no bigger, so I was like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. Yeah. This ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to switch. If it wasn't that, it had to be police officer. Police officer, probably.
Really?
Yep.
That's a tough job, man. It's a tough job.
It is.
I could see you being a police officer.
Well, I can't. I went to school with a minor in criminal justice.
Wow.
So I could have easily been a police officer right out of college, but there was a lot going on
Yeah.
Police brutality, African American communities. So I just didn't want to take that route.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's a lot.
I left that alone.
I feel it.
You have a job that you wanted to?
Man, I really wanted to be an architect. I wanted to design buildings. Like I was really big on Legos growing up. I had every birthday I asked for a new Lego set, and yeah, I mean I remember shadowing a person at an architectural firm and thinking that's what I wanted to do. But then I heard they had to do full 4 more years of school after college, and
Oh wow.
I said, nah, it's not really for me. It's not really for me.
It's
That's
cool,
gonna
man.
take a little
I get you some
time.
Legos this year for your birthday. It's all
Yeah, I appreciate that. DL.
But when we talk about the workforce now, when's the last time minimum wage even went up? But you got rent going up every year.
Exactly.
You got now the grocery prices are crazy.
Consistently.
Man.
Gas prices.
Everything is going up.
Consistently.
But minimum wage won't move.
No.
It's been $7.25 ever since I was $7.25.
Listen, I feel like we have modern day slavery right about now. The way this is.
Yeah.
That might be it.
For real, 'cause that's what it feels like.
Yeah.
You got to work 2-3 jobs just to get enough money in your pocket or a side hustle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And apartment complexes want you to make 3 times the rent. How? How do you make 3 times the rent? They don't even make 3 times the rent.
Right. For real. Y'all working in a rental office.
Maybe that's the hack. Get that job. Because you get an apartment for free, don't you? It come out your paycheck.
Nah, come out your paycheck.
They ain't checking pay stubs.
Yeah, I mean, we really need to teach the kids today how to get multiple streams of income.
Yeah.
Because I think that's very important. Like you're forced to do that nowadays in order to live, right? We don't want people to just, do the day to day.
Yeah, living check to check.
But
nobody got time for that.
They need to be educated on investment.
Yes.
Stocks.
Yes.
All that, man. It's just,
Not just only that, but credit.
yeah, credit, yeah.
Like building your credit is the biggest thing. Especially when you fresh out of high school, you'll get you a little credit card, use that for your gas or a little food, and then pay that off with your paycheck. Yeah. But nobody teaches them that.
But that's the smart way. Most people, they use it on something big. They can't afford to pay it back.
Pay it back, yeah.
You can't buy anything with a credit score of 430. You can't.
You can't even apply for an apartment with a credit score of 430. You can't even live with a credit score.
They ain't even gonna give you the pen to sign the application.
For real.
Give me this.
Nah, but it's serious. It's a serious thing though.
Yeah.
I think schools are starting to get that picture. I know some schools have created different academies to where the kids can learn about financial literacy.
Yeah.
So it's becoming more prevalent now than when we were in school.
And another thing is, I remember in high school, I had a class in entrepreneurship, and that was one of my favorite classes that I ever had because it was realistic. It taught you the business side of it, but it also taught you small businesses and that you don't just have to work a 9-to-5 job. That's another alternative.
That's true. Yeah.
So
owning a business.
Yeah, work for yourself.
Yep.
A lot of people, if you're gonna choose to work and have your own business, feel like be smart about it and have like a part-time job where you still have money coming in to invest into your business that you're building. Because if not, it's gonna be a little hard.
I gotta fight you on that one though. I'm not for part-time jobs.
Well, not even a part-time, even if you get a full-time.
Well, let me change it. I'm not for having 2 jobs. I feel like 2 jobs are for 2 people. Because I feel like if you have 2 jobs, you don't have time for yourself. You don't have time. If you have dreams, you don't have time to put that time in for your dreams.
But that's why I said a part-time, because you're not working a full-time. Part-time job, that's one job. You're just working a part-time. The rest of that time when you off, you could be focusing on your business.
Yeah. Does that require capital?
Capital? What do you mean?
Like if they got a part-time job and they support the business, but then they got bills over here, they're gonna need some money, right?
Well, it depends on how you go about it. I mean, you can slowly invest into your business, but still take care of your priorities instead of dumping all your money into your business, and building off of small things and learning that as you go. And once you have the money for that or the next thing, then you pay for it.
I think that's big. I feel like people feel like you need a lot of
in
money
order to start a business, and you don't.
You don't. You, honestly,
you need to drive.
That's it. That's all you need right there.
Yeah, like what people fail to realize is when you go through learning a passion or you're learning something that you want to take up in like a trade or something, you have to take your time and perfect that first. Then say, okay, I have everything, but by the time you had everything, you've still been trying to put your business out there while you're small, while you starting out, like claiming it, saying, oh, well, this is what I'm doing. Even if you're not that good, or even if you don't have all the things that you need or all the things that you want, still start somewhere. Because that's a lot of people's problems. They'll have great ideas and be stuck because they want to, exactly. They never started because they're like, well, I don't know where to start. Start somewhere.
Somewhere, yeah.
You want to be an artist, okay? You don't know where to start, go get some canvases.
Even if you, I mean, at least just write it down.
Yeah.
Even the Bible say write it down and make it plain. So just write it down and then you manifest it already.
Exactly.
So, I think that's big. That's big for people, especially for the young generation now.
Especially with the society is going and the economy. Like a lot of these jobs are closing down. A lot of these places are closing down. They're all understaffed. Nobody wants to work. So work for yourself.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So how do you guys feel about the normal 40-hour work week? Do you think it's?
I don't think 40 hours is the norm anymore. I think it's close to about 60.
Yeah.
But you're getting paid for 40.
Yeah, that's all you getting paid.
Yeah, honestly. A lot of these places don't pay you overtime.
And if they do, taxes gonna take that. So I don't think the full-time work week is ridiculous. First of all, whoever came up with working 5 days and off 2, that's crazy.
That's toxic. That's unhealthy.
Yeah.
Honestly, for your mental state.
Yeah, and depending on your job, it takes a toll on your body. Your body has to rest. Your body has to rest because if your body does not, I've learned from experience, if you don't take a rest, your body will force you to rest. Whether it's sickness or whatever, your body will force you to sit down.
Yeah, you're gonna burn out.
True.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly what the normal work week is doing to our everyday American society citizens. That's exactly what it's doing to them.
I really think they should move to like a 4-day week, and give people 3 days off, because that gives people a chance to recharge and come back with a great energy,
Oh yeah.
And honestly, like I feel like that's why a lot of people are angry all the time. People always have issues going on because they don't get enough rest. They always at work. They always doing something. Like, go sit down somewhere, man. You ain't learned from the pandemic,
Even if you put PTO in, the supervisor looking at you like you crazy. Like, you really about to put this in?
That's true.
People are scared to take PTO.
Yeah.
Scared.
Listen, I ain't scared to call off. If I need a day, I need a day. I don't care. Y'all will figure it out.
But
okay?
see, I used to be that person. I used to be scared to take a day off. Didn't know how to do it.
I did too, honestly, until I realized that if you, not to be too blunt, but if you died, they would replace you in a heartbeat.
Yes.
So it's like, for that one day, I'll be back tomorrow.
Yes.
I'll be back in here the next day. So that one day, let me chill out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why do you think people are so afraid to take PTO?
Because they feel like they're going to miss out on money.
I feel like
I think it's got more to do with your leadership.
Yeah, keeping a good relationship, right, with your leaders within the job.
Yeah, pretty much. The whole money, they're losing money, and then on top of that, the leadership is looking down upon them.
Yeah.
And then, especially if you don't already be short staffed and you taking PTO.
Oh yeah, that is very true.
But I think as far as leaders, they should understand like people need a break. People definitely need a break.
Yeah.
And we coming back. Like, just give us some time.
Right.
Yeah. So, like, I guess what should we suggest for people that are struggling to get a job or kids coming out of high school? Because I have a lot of things floating around in my head, but
I think networking is key.
Very much so. Man. Word of mouth.
Yep.
Talking to people and being yourself will get you a job.
Yeah.
especially a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just having that network. Like I said, my first job is because my cousin worked there.
Wow.
So just just networking and asking. Like don't be afraid to try go get a job.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. One thing I definitely suggest is like don't wait around on anything to come to you. Don't sit around and wait for them to call you. You gotta put your name out there. You have to be persistent, especially when it comes to something that you really want. You know, don't settle either for a job, but if it's something that you want, go get it and make it known that you want that.
And be professional.
Yes.
Yes.
You gotta be professional.
You can't be your same self
You
going
can't.
in applying to a job.
No, you can't.
Don't come in there with no holy jeans on and some Crocs.
A headscarf.
How you present yourself in an interview, man, that's important. That's how people view you. When they see you, that's their first impression of you.
I see my cousin done that. He had on sweatpants, slides, and I don't know how old the shirt was. Like,
man,
he had it on, and I said, I'm gonna take you home real quick to go change. He said, for what? He literally went to the interview like that.
Nah, you can't do that.
I don't care if it's McDonald's.
Exactly. You gotta present yourself as a professional.
Yeah.
If not, nobody's gonna take you serious.
True. That's how you carry yourself.
Yeah, like how you present yourself to people, regardless of whether you're going out for a job interview or not. In general, how you present yourself to the world is important. Like
they make it so easy now.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They reach back out to you using Indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed is so easy. You put your resume in, you save it. You can just send that every time you apply.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another piece of advice that I remembered is keep a resume, updated resume.
Mm-hmm.
So you have that at any time to hand out to any employer.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it updated.
And I gotta say this too: a professional email. We don't want to see hot young thing,
Pookie boo boo in 67
at Hotmail and all this. Like, keep a professional. You can have your little whatever email, but then make a professional email.
Yeah,
definitely being professional and networking and reaching out.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's big.
Yeah, I would also suggest being open-minded because when you first start out getting out of high school, you automatically think, oh, well, this is what I want to do, but you may not know that for sure until you try something else that you like.
True.
You know, so being open-minded when people try to give you advice and tell you certain things like, hey, maybe you should do this or maybe you should try this. Listen, what's the worst that could happen?
True. That's beautiful. I think those are some great, as I've heard some people say, nuggets for the youth out here. Also, great advice. I think we really gave the youth good advice for pursuing the career field, even if it's not something that has to deal with school. You don't have to go to college all the time. You can pick up a trade. So I think that was great. Moné, we appreciate you on the show today.
Well, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Everything you did, all the nuggets that you gave them.
Listen, I try my best.
You know, you wanted to kick the last little kid. It's all good. But
you can get kicked. I'm sorry.
And Saint will kick you back.
Yeah, I know. He threw that ball at me that day.
All right, y'all. I'm D Hill.
I'm Sapphire.
And I'm Moné.
And this has been a No Holding Back Platinum Vibes production. Peace.